So the Michigan Wolverines, coming off of a dominant win over the Penn State Nittany Lions this past weekend, is looking like one of the best teams in college football, hands down. They're looking to make up for their performance in last year's playoffs, and going into this week's game versus Ohio State, they're looking to prove that they are truly one of the best, if not the best team in college football. And honestly, you could attribute a lot of Michigan's recent success to their quarterback play. What started off with Cade McNamara and now is transferred over to their Heisman candidate quarterback JJ McCarthy. Michigan has been able to take that next step up in college football play by their quarterback, and they just recruited another quarterback in 2025 who's gonna be looking to carry on that tradition. Let me introduce you guys to your new 3-star quarterback commit in the class of 2025 who has got some wheels. Carter Smith, again, sitting at 6'3", 180 pounds, coming out of Bishop Verrett High School. This dude, I was not expecting him to have the wheels like that. Get up off of him. Oh no, my man can actually move out here. Hold on a second, my guy can actually move out here. Oh, go get you a block. Sit down, little boy. Sit down, little boy. Let's go. Hold on a second, you're not gonna see him do that a lot at Michigan, so remember this play right here. Boom, get out the way. Come on, you can't be letting the quarterback absolutely truck you. That's crazy. Okay, so off the throwing motion, I can see he's definitely got some work to do with this throwing mechanics, but with that mobility, we've seen plenty of quarterbacks have funky throwing motions. If he can be consistent and accurate with that, that's perfectly fine. I mean, the ball gets out quick enough, and then that speed, he's got some legitimate wheels. He's probably somewhere in like the very low 4.6s, which is plenty fast for a quarterback. He's probably somewhere in that like 4.62, 4.63 range, and then once he gets to college, he might even drop that down into the 4.58, 4.59 range, that's gonna give him some legitimate wheels. I mean, look at, he's got a cannon for an arm. Boom. Again, the throwing motion's a little funky, but if as long as you can be consistent with it, that ball gets out quick, and he looks like he's very accurate with it. I mean, velocity on short routes and being accurate with that, that's not an easy throw to make. So the fact that comment your thoughts on what is this throwing motion? It's like he's throwing like a spear. Boom. Putting it right on his wide receiver's chest. Hey, Carter Smith, this dude, JJ McCarthy, he was a 5-star quarterback coming out of high school. This is a 3-star quarterback, but he's class of 2025. So, I mean, look at this kid legitimately has some speed to him. And not just speed, agility, elusiveness, all the things you're looking for. And he can go and get you a block as well. But like I was saying, JJ McCarthy, he was a 5-star quarterback coming out of high school. I want to say that Cade McNamara was a 4-star quarterback coming out of high school. So even though he's ranked right now as a 3-star guy, I definitely see him rising up in the recruiting rankings. I mean, obviously having that Michigan commitment is going to boost him up in the rankings just because he has a whole recruiting cycle to up his stars. But at the end of the day, I see what Michigan sees. I see the project. This kid is definitely a project quarterback, but his upside is unreal. Think of like a Jalen Milroe. I feel like that's a really good player comp to him. Great athlete, strong enough arm that you can develop, but the speed upside, that's something you just cannot teach. I would equate him to a Jalen Milroe. You go out there, you let him sit behind the QB for a year or two, let him develop. He's just gonna get bigger, stronger, and faster. I see him playing at Michigan at 6'3", 195 to 200 pounds, which is more than big enough to be a mobile quarterback. This kid Carter Smith has some serious upside. All my Wolverine fans, I would be highly excited if you guys, but when you guys get him on campus. I mean, look at the burst. This kid legitimately has burst to just, all right, sees the hole and boom, explodes through there and gone. Pulls away from secondary. Carter Smith, you the real deal, my guy. I need every high school in America to invest $1,000 into getting one of these drones. To me, this is what's going to get your players recruited. All 22 film of from a drone shot, that's beautiful. Gone. Just look at, again, you can also see a different level of speed too. I mean, he's skating out there. Yeah, Carter Smith is something different. They got, I thought that they had him as a punt returner. I mean, having him at safety is equally as crazy, but again, when you're one of the better athletes on your team, if not the best athlete, oh jeez, that could have been a lot worse if he would have caught you clean. Oh, he did see that. Okay, I was about to say, hey, I like that. I like that even though he's a mobile quarterback, he keeps his eyes downfield. Again, that throwing motion is throwing me off, but he's accurate with it. He's like putting his whole body and arm behind the ball. Great little back shoulder, something smooth. So it looks like Michigan seriously got themselves a successor to JJ McCarthy. Obviously, there's going to be 1 to maybe 2 gap year in between when Carter is able to officially take over as QB1, because obviously he has his whole senior year that he has to go through, and then, you know, Michigan can pick up a guy in this year's recruiting class, or maybe maybe bring in a guy from the transfer portal. But when Carter does get here, continue to smooth out your throwing mechanics. Again, you don't have to have like this like perfect ideal throwing motion. As long as it's quick, as long as you're able to protect the ball, and as long as you're able to replicate your throws, that's all that really matters. I mean, we've seen guys like Aaron Rodgers, Phillip Rivers, Ben Roethlisberger. Like, there's been quarterbacks who've had funky throwing motions, and they've had plenty of success at the highest of levels. So, you know, being able to get it done in college is not going to be too much of an issue. But the speed, this kid brings legitimate speed. Again, think of Jalen Milroe, think of Jaden Daniel at LSU. Like, he's going to give you that true dual threat capabilities, which Michigan hasn't really seen since Denard Robinson. And we all know how electric Denard Robinson was. So all my Michigan Wolverine fans, I would be highly excited to get Carter Smith onto your roster and get him up there to East Lansing. Hey, this dude, he's going to be a problem. All my Wolverine fans, leave this video a like, comment your thoughts on Carter Smith down below, and hit that subscribe button and turn on your notifications so you never miss any of the fire videos that we drop on the channel. I love and appreciate each and every single last one of y'all. Hope that you have a super blessed rest of your day. Know that if you're going through anything, that you can always call upon Jesus Christ, and he is always going to be right there with you. Always remember, Jesus Christ never walked away from us. We always walked away from him. But the beautiful thing is that even when we walked away from him, he continues to walk with us. Always remember that. Love and appreciate all y'all. And I will catch you guys in the next video. Ciao.